Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Reach Across Live with your host, Paul Francis. And I might as well just turn up the microphone so you might be able to hear me. How does that sound? Does it sound good to you? Because it sounds good to me. And he's pushing buttons around here and pressing this and touching that. And it doesn't sound that good, does it? Anyway, welcome to the show. Let's have a look at who's in our chat room tonight. We got two people one from El Paso, Texas. Well, you're all saying good evening to me. Lovely to see you guys. And from Lanzarote tonight as well. Wow, cool. We got Alison Turnbull, Trudy Hall, and Lynn all in the room. The rest of you guys are coming across to me as Facebook user. I can't see your faces. I cannot see your names until you click that link with StreamYard that allows you to be able to be seen in my chat room. So please click it. Click that little link that allows you to for me to be able to see who you are. And so, for example, Alison there, Trudy and Lynn, they've all clicked that little link. So that basically says to Facebook that you're going to be speaking to me through StreamYard. So it's okay. Go ahead and click it so I can see exactly who you are. So here we are, Monday night. So that means it is Reach Across Live with Paul Francis. And that means that I will be talking to you. And we'll be doing things such as feedback. We'll be doing things such as Q&A. We'll be doing things as live reads. And of course, I'm coming to you as always from UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 and 107.7 FM live. Yep, live from the magnificent and beautiful New Orleans. All courtesy of United Public Radio Network, with Joe and the crew being there and allowing us to be able to come out live, talk to you guys all over the world. So if you're listening to me in the United States, roughly around about 3 p.m., that's if you're in Eastern time, of course. It could be 2 or 1 or 4. I don't know. Let me know. What is it? What time is it in Lanzarote? I've done some major shows in Lanzarote. Had a great time there. What time is it in El Paso, Texas? What amazing! Just saying it. I'm from El Paso, Texas. That in itself just sounds so cool, doesn't it? Huh? It sounds so cool. You're looking great. Clearly, you haven't got your screen switched on properly. So it's 1:04 p.m. in El Paso, Texas. So good afternoon to everybody in the United States, no matter whereabouts you are. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Jackie Noon, welcome, Jackie. Good to see you. So I've got a lot of people saying to me, good evening, welcome, hello. And they're all saying basically, you're all saying some wonderful things, but I can't see who you are. Just literally says for me, Facebook user. Same time Lanzarote as England and Ireland, apart from that we are all drunk. Okay, lucky you. That's a different kind of spirit we're talking about tonight. Holly, good evening. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Don't forget, guys, it's really vital that you share. So share the show, get it out there with your friends and family, and let us know that you're enjoying the show. Feedback is important because you get all the people saying to me, well, you should know, shouldn't you? You should be able to tell in advance whether people are going to enjoy the show or not. No, I don't. Psychic, brilliant psychic, brilliant medium. Yeah, definitely. Mind reader? Nah, no good at that. Hi, Paul, all the way from beautiful Cornwall. It is beautiful, isn't it? I'm looking at the window at the beautiful dark night sky. I was looking at the new crescent moon earlier. There's something amazing about a brand new crescent moon. It looks like you could literally cut your fingers on it, doesn't it? It's so beautiful. It's amazing. Sue, my darling, good evening. Welcome to the show. Basically, as Trudy's saying now, if you don't want to give StreamYard permission, then maybe start each comment with your name. So just put your name in there so I know who you are. Best thing to do is just give StreamYard your permission to use your name and your profile. That's all you're doing. It's literally the technical systems that I'm using to produce this show to be able to make it go out in different countries around the world. Just needs your okay, and click yes, that's fine. Yeah, you can use it. They're not going to take anything in. They don't take any information from it. They don't share it with anybody else. They literally link it up with this software so I can see who you are. Both kinds of spirit mix well. Well, actually, they don't. But anyway, let's not go there. That's a different show completely. Um, I remember when I was first training, my teacher was, laid the ground rules, no alcohol whilst working, and I remember that. That being said, of course, me being me, I said, "Well, how come priests can drink on a Sunday? We're going out." Tess, beautiful Tess Miners, welcome to the show, my darling. Good to see you. Trudy says it's a gorgeous night. I had to drag myself away from it. Well, really, just take your computer outside. That's what I do. I do. I put it on a laptop. I put it on or I'll put it on a tablet or whatever the things. Anyway, so Jean Sandra Archer, hello, welcome to the show, Jean. Lovely to see you. Amanda's joined us and Megan. They both joined us. Welcome. Thanks very much for being here. Thank you for the invite. You're very, very, very welcome. I've basically had a bit of a unique thing happen to me today. I actually had some time myself, and in that I would then sort of clicked all the different bits and pieces that allows the show to get out and introduce itself to a lot more people. So it's obviously working because there's a lot more people on the show tonight. So but you guys, please stick it on your Facebook pages and invite your friends and family to come and join us. Good evening, everybody. If I haven't said your name on the show so far, it's because I can't see who you are. Oh, did it say the 19th of January? Sorry about that, Sue. I didn't realize it said that. No internet in the fields. Well, internet is everywhere. True. You just gotta you got 5G, 4G. It's all usable. You can use it. I can't remember. Now, actually, Sue's thrown me completely where she says it's the 19th. So I don't know where it said that. That's thrown me. But like I say, anyway, tonight is Monday night and it's the 23rd. I can assure you of that. But the next show will be, of course, this coming Thursday, which is the 26th. And that is Spirit Quest, which is a different show completely. So a few people had actually tried to get me to do reads on Spirit Quest, but that is the chat show that we discuss different topics. So the different topics like, the next topic that I'm looking at for this coming Thursday. Now Sue's thrown me right out the window now. Like she's going, no. Max Molman, by the way. Max, welcome to the show. This coming 26th, I'm looking at my notes here. The 26th, I'm going to talk about NDEs, near-death experiences. So come and join me on that show, and that will be, basically very, very late for the people in the UK, 11 p.m. for the people in the UK, but 6 p.m. for everybody around the United States, 6, 5, and 7, depending on which part of the United States you're in. Happy Chinese New Year to you. Happy brand spanking new Chinese New Year. I do hope you're enjoying Chinese. Lovely food, fresh, especially when you have it done with an amazing restaurant. It's amazing. So coming up tonight, we're going to be doing the cards, obviously, as I always do. But like I said to you, please, if you want to try and link in, that's fine. No problem whatsoever. Just don't say to me, have you got anything for me? Because you will be ignored. Hey, do you know what? Cards on the table, straight out. I think if you can't be bothered asking for something like anything for me, then I can't be bothered answering you. Roger Garza is in the house. Roger, good evening, sir. Welcome to the show. As always, welcome to the show. It's great to see you. I always get twisted up when I'm never back in time to see Roger or be a part of Roger's show on Saturdays. We've got a lot going on here at the moment, so it's kind of took it out of me. And I didn't get home here. So what time on Saturday? Something like 9 or 10 o'clock. Liz Kennedy says, hello there from Gonny, Scotland. Hello there, Liz. How are you now? Is everything all right? I know that's a terrible accent. But just, hey, Paul, stick to your Irish accent. It took you long enough to get it. So, Bonnie, Scotland, beautiful, beautiful part of the world. Every time that I've gone to Scotland, be it work or play related, I have had a ball. Thank you very much to basically All of them. I've never met a Scottish person that I've never liked. That's true. That I've never met a Scottish person I've never liked. You know, they're all so, you know, they're just such great. They got a great attitude about life. I love that. I love that. But and of course, one of my heroes is Billy Connolly. So enough said. So had a couple of NDEs sent back here as I have to work too. As Spirit, hey, who am I? No idea who you are because it doesn't tell me. Had a couple of NDEs sent back here as I have to work to do. I have work to do. Spirit, you're very honest and very direct. It is absolutely spot on. Plenty of spirits here, Paul. But the ones we love. That's not fair. You know, that's not fair. I did some big shows in Playa de Hondas, if I remember correctly, in Lanzarote. It's called Playa de Hondas. I remember thinking about it as a motorcycle. So Playa de Hondas. I've had a near-death experience, and I didn't want to come back, but they sent me back. They told me I had work to do on the airplane. Right. Well, tell you what, why don't you come and join me on Thursday night? And I would be very, very interested in talking to you because my experience was pretty much exactly the same as that. So whoever that is who's just shared that with me, brilliant. Please do come and join me on Thursday. Hi, says Joan Jackson. I love your country. I'm down south in Kent. Right. Well, you're east of us. We're southwest, Joan. It's lovely to see you. Phil Tahoe is come join us tonight. Phil, good evening. Welcome. Love to see you. So a lot of you lovely people. Christine McCracken's joined us. Christine, hello, sweetheart. So a lot of you Facebook users, as coming up on my, I'd love to be able to turn a camera around, but I can't because the camera is fixed on a little thing. And I'd love for you to be able to see what I see. It literally just says little thing like that. It says Facebook user and then whatever message you put in. So when you were clicking in to the show tonight and it said to you, allow StreamYard to use your name and profile, it literally is just so I can see who you are. No other reason. So please click it and come and tell me who you are. Let's have a look. Who is Christian Lathardo DRS? I don't know. Susan Watkins from Wales. Watkins from Wales, Button Hospital in Glasgow with a fractured back. Oh my goodness. Susan, sorry to hear that you're in hospital for start. And please just rest up and get well. Please sit back and enjoy the show. Get well, get strong, and we'll send you a load of energy. Christian Lazaro said DRS. I see arthritis pain in my body. There's pain in my body, definitely, Christian, but not. Let's get the fingers crossed and just say it's not arthritis. Well, it's not diagnosed as arthritis yet. But thank you for caring. I really appreciate it. So Christine McCacken, who had the NDA, Christine, come and join me on Thursday. Come in here Thursday night and we'll have a good old chat about it. In fact, the only person that'll be able to understand you is me. So me and you, our accents will get stronger as we go on. Gina's in the house. Gina, wonderful to see you, sweetheart. How's things going? How's your show? I do hope everything's going according to plan, and I will look forward to coming on your show at some point in the not too distant future. So just send me a date, and I'll try and make sure that that I'm free for that particular date. I can't wait to come and see you because it's been too long, literally, since I've been on your show. So, right, I wanted to respond to some emails and text messages that I've had. Number one, Paul, why do you use, I'm sorry, read that again. Paul, why do you use the same angelic cards each week? Oh, right, okay, well, I have, I think 6 or 7 different types of cards that I use. The angelic cards that I use every single week are, I feel an affinity with them. I feel like, you know, I don't have to work hard with them. There's no real, I just feel an affinity to them. That's why I choose them. I don't choose them because they're just the first ones I grab. They're, of all of the packs that are literally within my grasp, they're the ones that I feel fit this show. And that's why I use them. But good question. Another, I suppose, real reason is they the answers on a particular questions are really quick, and they seem to be very, very focused. So that's probably why I particularly use those cards. I just seen a question from Sue Vinicom. Paul, sorry. Are the seminars over Zoom? They will be over one of the particular software packages. Yes, whether it's Zoom or not, I don't know just as yet. Whichever is the most stable, it'll be over one of those. Um, for an example, I can even do it over StreamYard over this particular um, unit as well. But whether it's Zoom or not, I don't know. But it will be over something of that nature where you'll be able to sit in your home, relaxed and chill, and you'll be able. The reason I like to do that is because you're sitting in your home, you are well used to the energy within your home, so it just makes your initial integration into what I do and what I teach that much easier. Okay. The only negative side, I mean, the positive side is that you're so used to the energy, etc. The negative side is it is feasible you can be interrupted. That's the only negative side. So I will often say, right, turn off your home phone, or tell everybody in advance to not interrupt you for the remainder of that afternoon, day, or evening, whatever we're going to be doing or when we're going to be doing it. But the positives outweigh the negatives. And I taught my last class, well, actually 3 levels of sort of development. I taught them all at home, and I was teaching people in the United States, people in the UK, people in Ireland, all at the same time. And we had a great time. The class went really, really well. The students did amazingly well. So it's a really good platform to work from. Working live is, sort of you come to where I'm holding a live seminar. Yes, that works fantastically. The good thing about doing it over Zoom or a platform of that nature is that it's recorded. Now, when I'm live, I'm sort of teaching, I'm putting you into meditative states, and I'm doing this, not the other. It's there, it's happened, it's over. When I'm doing it via Zoom or another platform of that nature, it's recorded, so I can then send you a copy of the recording so you can undertake the exercises over and over and over. So it does have a lot more benefits to it. Gina is saying, great, definitely. I'm definitely going to be up for your show, Gina. Maybe we could talk about the seminars that I'm going to be doing, teaching seminars, which would be probably advantageous to a lot of people all over the world, really. At this point, the very first event we're going to do is Meet Your Guides. So that involves meditation, that involves focus, protection, understanding, and it can get quite emotional at times as well, especially when you meet the guides. But there's a lot more to just meeting the guides than going, right, here's your guide, let's move on. There's a lot more to it. This is going to sound like a very sort of pretentious jibe and self-promotion, but it's not. If you can get a copy of my books, the Safeway, I highly advise the deluxe version, or a copy of the Little Book of Quick Wisdom. They will help you out amazingly, especially when you're coming into to do the seminars. Crystal Angela Melissa, let's have a look. Joan Jackson, hey love, you have a good future. It's another hop into the another one of these people who can't get their own shows, so they hop into everybody else's. So right, so I'm open for questions and answers. If you want to put some questions to me tonight, I'm very much open for that. What I will be doing is jumping in and out of those who want to send me questions via Facebook Messenger and obviously via text message as well. And I'll be able to answer your questions. I can comment, okay, says Liz Kennedy. Good. If there's anybody who is struggling to comment, then zoom across to YouTube. Go into YouTube, type in Paul Francis Medium. It'll bring you to my YouTube channel. and you'll be able to join the show from there, and you'll come straight in, and you won't have to do the StreamYard thing. But I've been hearing week in, week out that Facebook, for some unknown reason, is stopping people from commenting. I've got itchy nose. That means spirit is around me tonight. Um, so if you are watching the show but you can't find that you can comment, there's something stopping you from being able to comment. Zoom over to YouTube. Just type in the YouTube search bar Paul Francis Medium. You'll see me. Click on there, and you'll be able to join the show live from YouTube. So give that a shot. Liz Wakers, good evening, Liz. She says, first time watching. Well, Liz, good evening. Lovely to see you. Karen W. Good evening, Karen. What an amazing, interesting name. How does one get a reading, says Liz? Well, Liz, the best thing to do is to get a feel of the show first. Michelle Tamp, good evening. I'm a newbie and hopeful for reading. Okay. I've had to switch over to here, suddenly stop me commenting. So there's, if anybody who's watching me from the United Public Radio Network, we're getting it. I have told the guys in UPRN, look, a lot of people are getting kicked off from being able to comment. And they're going, really? And I'm like, yeah, well, there you go. So if you were listening to the show and you find that you can't comment, nip over to YouTube. Okay, go over to YouTube. Click in there. All right, gotcha. Cool, Karen. Click into YouTube, Paul Francis Medium. Click on there. Go to my channel, and you'll see the show. So just click on the live channel and come in, and you'll be able to literally come straight back into the show again and talk to me direct. So please don't be put off if Facebook's being a pain in the arse. So Karen, let's go back to the Karen W. I'm a newbie and hoping for reading. Best thing to do is, Karen, is stimulate the energy that's around you. Okay, if you want to hear from anybody in particular, I always say, like, mediumship is it's quite intense. Okay, I always say your mediumship isn't any medium that tells you he or she can go direct and get the person that you want to hear from direct is lying to you. That's not how it works. Okay, it's not like McDonald's. I don't pull up and go, I want to talk to that one. I mean, we put out the energy to hear from a particular person. Yes, absolutely, we do. You know, can I guarantee we're going to hear from that person? No, I can't. But you will. I've never failed in getting a reading yet, so I don't plan on doing that just yet. So the best thing to do, Karen, is build up the energy around you, and the way to do that is actually ask, interact and ask questions. So the questions can be whatever you particularly feel. It's your call, and I will answer them honestly. And if it's about something that I don't know about, I'll tell you. I'm not one of these people who would try and BS their way through life. If there's a subject matter that I don't know about, I'll tell you. I don't know. I'm quite honest about that. So here we go. First of all, do you want me to read Turkish Coffee Fortune? Alania Mayer. I'm clearly an asshole. Okay, so unblock user. There we go. Jane Latino. Jane, welcome. First time listener. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. I'm a beginner medium, says Karen. It's easier. I just bring it right up on the screen. I'm a beginner medium, very draining, and concentrating level is immense. Okay, Karen, what a good question. Well, actually, what a good standpoint to do a link. Well, you're a beginner medium, and you're very draining. Then there's something wrong. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have a look at you in a second, and we'll try and figure out why it is that you're drained. Okay, because you shouldn't be. Okay. Stella Woods has joined us. Hi, Paul, on YouTube now. Great show. Stella, thank you for being here. Appreciate that very, very much. So all of you guys who were on the show and got stopped from literally commenting via Facebook, just zip over to YouTube and join me live on YouTube. Liz says, I always get the same laugh from myself. I know what you mean. I get a lot of people jumping in on the show, and it's just incredibly rude. That's all it is. It's incredibly rude. See, the majority of mediums and psychics that I've met around the world, um, we have a mutual respect, and that's the thing. The idea that we do is that we try our best to bring through messages from those who've crossed over, so we can give some sort of release and understanding for the people who remain. Because grief is an amazing inhibitor. It stops you from moving forward in life, and unless you learn how to deal with grief, or you know, I will always send people, if people are really, really struggling mentally with grief, I will send them to grief counselors, properly trained professional grief counselors. And I will say, go and see those, because mediumship is not a cure for grief. And when I've seen so-called mediums trying to, or saying that they can do that, it's lies. They say time heals all wounds. No, bloody doesn't. Okay, when you lose your mom, when you lose your dad, you lose your husband, your wife, brother, sister, son, daughter. No, time doesn't heal the wound. Time just, you just get used to the wound. Okay, so what seems to go away doesn't. It just, you just become used to them not being around you physically anymore. So I tell people the truth, and that's the difference. Okay, but I also try and keep it upbeat and happy, because in the last 35 years of working in this field, I've had opportunities to work in so many different fields, and that were very, very successful, um, both on stage, radio, TV, and movies. And as much as they were great, I felt I'm supposed to be doing what I'm doing. When I do what I do, and I'm able to help people get back on the path again and take on life with a better perspective, my God, that's worth anything. It's worth them everything to me, you know. As Liz is saying there, you shouldn't be drained, Karen. So let me try and help you in a moment with we'll have a chat with you and see where it is that you, or what it is that you're doing, and maybe we can give you some hints and tips to get past it. So, because the thing about the other side of life and working and training and learning to become a medium is it's not taking the energy from you. You work with the energy. It's a duality. So in fact, if anything, you should be so empowered that you probably can't sleep. So if you're being drained, then there's something wrong. We need to fix that. Jackie Noon says, Paul, when spirit knows when you're ready to receive. Absolutely. Judy George, I'm loving the honesty. It's very refreshing. Judy, thank you. It's very, very kind of you to say that, and I genuinely appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you guys being here tonight. And I don't just say that to sound like, oh, isn't he lovely? Says these. I believe everything I say. I know you take the time out of your life to watch this show, and I'm very, very grateful. Thank you. The only thing I ask is you please share the show. Please share it with your friends and your family, of course. Megan, good evening. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Mediumship sometimes gives closure, but you will still have to go through the grief process. I always call love the other side, or grief's the other side of love. So you have love, you're with a particular person or people in your lives, and then we lose that person physically, and then we enter the stage of grief. Well, the other side of grief is love. So we should go into grief and acknowledge and honor the person who's crossed. We shouldn't stay in grief, which is something that a lot of people tend to do. They think that's the be all and end all, and the loss concept is too much for them. So I'm very much feet down on the ground. I'm very much a kind of a guy who explains it how it is. All right. So what I'll often say is, okay, let me just flip things over. Let me send you up into spirit, okay? And you're watching back here and your friends and family. So all the people who you're mourning, imagine I flick it round back to front. Now you're watching them in sadness and tears, wearing black, staying in, constantly down, not eating, being sad. How long do you want them to be going through that particular matter? How long do you want them going through those stages? How long do you want that to happen? So let me just quickly speed things up. The answer was you don't want to see that. Okay. So your friends and family in spirit are exactly the same. Now, they're in a position where they will no longer ever feel pain again. They won't feel sickness and sadness. They're in a place where it's sublime, it's harmony, it's peace, tranquility, and they're able to communicate with you too. So they don't miss you because they can see you and they can be part of your life. Okay. So why would you be sad if they are never going to feel pain again? Bearing in mind as well, think about this for a second, okay? And please really take this on board. Imagine what it's going to feel like when the time comes for you to go home, and you shouldn't rush to get there, by the way. Um, and you enter into the other side of life, and you meet all of the people who left before you. Think about it. All of the people you've mourned over the years, and they meet and greet you. How do you think that's going to feel when you meet all of these people that you thought you'd lost? You're going to be so elated. It's unbelievable. There's no words for it. You're going to be so elated. So you've got that going on, and the ability to interact with the people who you've left here. It's a win-win. Follow me? Um, I guess it depends for how long people need to mourn and are able to go. It really see the okay, Liz. I genuinely get that. I get what you're saying. However, let me just counteract that. It's not really. It's an how. It's all down to knowledge. It's all down to understanding. You go into you mean you lose the people in your life. You lose them. Okay. One of the countering factors there is how you lose them. Okay. A lot of people won't go through grief. Say, for example, if someone has suffered for a long time and they suffered and they went downhill slowly and gradually, and it was a painful experience. So the release is more of a release not only for them physically, but a release for the people they're leaving behind, that their friend and family member is no longer suffering. So the transportation through grief tends to be shorter. Whereas if there's a shock factor, if this person has passed with a sudden heart attack, with a sudden aneurysm, a road or traffic accident, or a fall, or something that's instantaneous and wasn't expected, weirdly enough, the transport through grief tends to be longer. Okay, because there's very often a guilt concept involved. Alrighty. So what we need to do, or what I tend to do as a medium, is to say, right, listen, let's discuss that. Okay, let's work through that. I never embellish when I'm reading. I never put information in that's not there. I never subtract information. If it's been given to me, I give it, no matter what it is. One of the things that I learned not only through my teaching, how I was taught, sorry, but in my guides who continue to teach me, by the way, they always tell me, and I will pass this on to my students, is remember the golden rule. It's not your information. So it's like if somebody gives you a letter to read because they can't say at the minute, you have to read it verbatim and disregard your emotional point. In other words, the information as it comes through as a letter, if you read that letter, you're reading it from your perspective, and that's wrong because the letter is meant for the other person. So you have to deliver the information, de-emotionalize it, and deliver it as it was sent. Don't embellish. Don't stretch, pull, twist, or leave stuff out. Just deliver it. Okay. Where are we? I really like the that way of thinking. I miss my fiance so very much, but I would hate if he was sad and crying. Yes, and keep that locked in mind, because at the end of the day, they're not in pain. They're not in sadness. But they don't like to see us in sadness and pain. Um, it's the transformation across to the other side of life is kind of revealing in many different ways. This says I'm really experienced. Believe me, hey, I wouldn't challenge you. I'm not qualified to challenge anybody. I don't challenge anybody. In fact, if somebody tells me information, I trust them. I'm a big believer in that, trusting everybody until there's a reason not to. So, yes, it was released. Says Liz, is released for both of you. But I will say, always be aware of how they're trying to contact you. Um, you're just a messenger. The spirit is. I'll just bring Jackie up there, and she said, "You're just a messenger. The spirit often put their spin on things." Yes, okay. I always believe that when I'm delivering a reading, it's kind of like creating a jigsaw puzzle. You don't just start with the whole picture. You start with bits. You might start with the left-hand corner, the bottom right-hand corner, top right-hand corner, and then the left-hand bottom. So you don't necessarily get all the bits in the right order in the right time. So it's a matter of creating that jigsaw together. And remember, it's not your information. Just give the bits as they come through. And usually by the end of the reading, you have the picture or the message. I mourned as heavy as I could. People want to dim the pain for you, but I knew I had to feel everything. I wish you didn't, Liz, but hey, if at the end of the day, that's Liz Wakers, by the way, at the end of the day, if it has helped you, then who's anybody to challenge that? Okay. Mary Erickson, hi Paul. Facebook is being ridiculous. Could not join on Facebook. There seems to be a serious issue on Facebook. I don't know what it is, but everybody who's watching me tonight, please, please, please flip over to YouTube, type in Paul Francis Medium. You'll see me. Click on that, and I promise you'll be able to come straight into the show. I've been saying this for many, many months. I'm getting so fed up with Facebook. It's untrue. They're changing the rules. They allow idiots to send you loads of lies and crap. Yet if you respond to that, you get blocked and stuck in Facebook jail for ages. So I've had enough, basically. So anyway, moving on down the road in relation to reads. If you've got any questions for me, that's one of the best ways of actually stimulating energy around you. So put questions to me. I really am open for that. And while I'm waiting for you guys to come and join me, as I say, everybody who's watching me on Facebook tonight, if you find for some reason you can't actually comment in the chat room, it's because Facebook's playing up. Just come out of Facebook, go into YouTube, type in Paul Francis Medium. You'll find me on my channel there, and you'll see the live link. Click on that and come back in here and chat to us here on a one-to-one basis. So here we are on this Monday night, this Monday the 23rd of January. 23rd of January? Wasn't it only New Year's Eve, 2 days ago? And the next show is coming Thursday night, which is the 26th, and we'll be talking about NDEs. NDE, near-death experiences. Come and join me on that. And we're coming to fresh out of the box from United Public Radio Network, live on 105.3, 107.7 FM, live from the amazing, beautiful New Orleans. Paul, how do you feel spirit? Well, all of the senses, Jackie, all of the senses. So I will hear and feel and touch and smell and taste, so they can affect all of my senses, and that's what I call the psychic side of things. Okay. In relation to hearing, actually hearing their voices per se, the best way I can describe that is, so if I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. Okay. I'm going to show you something. Okay. I want everybody in the room, just for a second, I want everybody in the room to close your eyes. Okay. And just listen to my voice. Close your eyes. And I want you to sing, or hum your favorite tune, whatever it is, your favorite song, your favorite piece of music, whatever it is. Just close your eyes, but don't hum it with your voice. Don't hum it with your own physical voice. Just hum it in your mind. Like, hear the song in your mind. And, or if you're finding that difficult, just recite a nursery rhyme. Something, whatever, ring a rosies, Baba Black, whatever, Humpty Dumpty. Recite a nursery rhyme, and then just go ahead and do that, and then say when you've done it, just click on there, done. So on the chat room, just click done, and come back in the room when you've. So go into close your eyes, don't say anything, don't hum out loud, and recite your favorite nursery rhyme or sing your favorite song, but in your mind. And then we'll come back in the room when you just write the word done when you get back in the room. So Mary Barber, how lovely to see you. Jan Macon, hello Jan, how are you? How are you keeping? I'm doing all right. I'm not doing too bad at all. Thanks very much for being here tonight. Right. A lot of people are going done. So here's the question. Was that your voice that you were listening to in your mind? Here you go. Everybody's going, uh, oh. So was that your voice that you were listening to? There you go. So when I hear it with that voice, okay, and in the mind, it's called the mind voice, okay, and that voice in your mind isn't yours, because your voice is here. Your voice box creates that, okay. So so you'll hear that, but if I hear it physically, I will. It's so spirit doesn't have a vocal, it doesn't have vocal capabilities, so it has to make air sound like something around you. So you'll hear hi, hello, like that, okay. You'll hear sounds like that. So very often you'll hear a medium going, "Say that again. I didn't quite get it." So it's kind of like a joint of your mind and physical sound around you that they're trying to get the information through. So they'll use pretty much everything and anything to get that sound through to you. But one of the quickest ways that they get information across to you is symbolisms. And I've taught my students how to set up a symbolism, um, a set of symbols that spirit can use as what I call psychic shorthand. And so they'll, for example, if they want to talk to me about birthday and anniversary, they'll show me a particular symbol, and I know it means birthday anniversary. If I hear names, I will sometimes be off by the name, but I won't be off by the sound or the initials. So I'll give you the name, sound, or what it sounds like. Okay. Jacqueline Marsh, hello. I'm in Hawaii, said Judy, looking for help. How could you be looking for help, Judy, in Hawaii? What? You kidding me? Rub it in. Why don't you? Sue Vinnigum says, done. Mary Barber's my singing voice. I'm in Hawaii, Jackie and Jacqueline Marsh. Welcome, everybody. If you just joined the show and I haven't said hi to you, welcome. Anyway, so all of this stuff that will be that I'm talking about right now is all of the kind of things that we go into in sort of in depth with the mini seminars. So they're coming up at the end of the month, very shortly. By the way, the very first seminar coming up at the end of the month is Meet Your Guides. So, and there'll be the mini seminars are singular 1 day seminars, but also Friday, Saturday, Sunday seminars as well, and I'll be doing those as well. Judy George, I often think that I have. Oh, better bring that up because it's easier when I bring it up on the screen. Judy George says, "Hi. I often think I have a sign from a loved one past, a white feather, heart-shaped stone, a robin. Do you know if it's an actual sign and not just me wanting a sign?" Well, Judy, my darling, first of all, what a fantastic question. Thank you. Appreciate it. And it's a leeway of two of both you wanting a sign and them wanting to give you a sign. So um I understand you getting this sign. So what you're doing is basically second guessing yourself. So you say to your friends and family in spirit, please let me know you're around. They go, okay. And they let you know you're around. And then you start going, yeah, but was that just me? So spirit is going, no, I've just let you know that I'm around you. And you go, yeah, but was that just me? And then so spirit will be going, shut up. So it is a combination of both, Judy. What a great question, by the way. So you've asked for a link or a spirit or a link or a sign, and they'll often get it. Now, if you get it, well done you, well done you. Okay, because a lot of people miss it. They're too busy looking for the big billboard in the sky, and they actually miss the real sign, the real connection. And it can be anything. That heart-shaped stone, what a fantastic connection. that lovely robin, as it sort of arrives wherever you are in the world, a robin will do that for me. A feather. Although the other day when we were talking about this, I said, people come to me and they go, "Hey, Paul, listen, I was walking along today, and I got this beautiful feather right in front of me." And I said, "Oh, all right, where were you from? Where were you walking?" And they were going by a duck pond. Okay, I won't ever demean them. That's no way you should never be demeaning to anybody. But I say, well, listen, do you think it's likely that you might find a feather in a duck pond? And they go, well, yeah, okay. Now, if you're walking down the middle of your home and there happens to be a feather in the middle of the corridor, you know, wow. Going back to the duck pond feather, I tell people, I say, if you really feel that that feather was laid for you in front of you to get your attention, then you are right. You are correct. Okay, because you're there's how they connect to us is not just singularly, i.e., a feather. They'll make you feel like, look on the ground. Do you see that feather? You're going, oh my God. So they're affecting you aurically. They'll affect the energy that you have, your auric energy. They'll affect your field of vision, your sound. They'll affect you in every way possible to get your attention. So if you're walking along and you really feel like that, oh my God, that feather's for me, then you're right. Okay, forget Paul Francis and he's talking on his butt about you're bound to see a white feather by a duck pond. Yes, you are likely to see a feather by a duck pond. Um, it's more along the lines they tend to put feathers or other little items in front of you when you're least expecting it in a somewhere like that's not, you know, like for an example, I went backstage on a big stage. I was doing a show on a stage and I went backstage, and right in the pathway was a purple, like a purpley pink feather. So I was looking all around me, and it was a corridor. There's no way it. I went, oh wow, okay, gotcha, thank you. Picked it up, and there was nothing there that could possibly leave a purpley pink feather. So thank you, appreciate it. Um, Judy, let's have a wee look about you for a second. Judy, I'm getting two numbers here that's coming into play that I've got to share. Let me first share with you that numbers mean multiples of things to me. Numbers mean years gone. Number means when I see 8, it means to me August, the 8th month of the year, or the 8th of a month is significant. So they may have gone 8 years, I don't know, or the 8th of a month, or the 8th month being August is significant. But I'm seeing that connection around you that they want me to draw my attention to. There's a C or K sounding name they're trying to talk about. This is what I'm saying about. I hear like a sound, so it sounds like a. So C or K, like Catherine, Kate, Kevin, Karen, a C or K name they want to draw my attention to. Now, the other thing that I'm picking up around you, Judy, that I want to talk about is education. Big symbol of education around you. So there's new education coming in that I'm supposed to draw my attention to, whether it's directly for you, whether you're going to be learning a new skill or adding to the skills you already got. I don't know, but there's something about education that I've got to bring to your attention right now. I'm also talking about a birthday anniversary connected to someone who's crossed over. Okay, so we may be coming up on their anniversary of when their crossing is. They don't talk about when they died. They have always, that's why they call it a birthday anniversary. They always talk about being born. They give me the impression of being born and going home. They never ever talk to me about dying, because I remember one of the very first reads I ever did, and I said to the spirit, I said, "But surely, how could you know that being dead?" And he came straight back to me. It was a he. He said, "If I'm dead, how can I be talking to you?" And I never forgot that lesson. So they do not associate with the word dead. Okay, so remember that. Judy, there's a big impression about you leaving behind. Okay, so um, you're going to be kind of stepping out of your comfort zone, or stepping out of an area in your life that basically you're past. You need to, it's right. It's time to step up to the next level, step up to the next I don't know, challenge or whatever it is. But you're stepping up, and you're going to be leaving part of your life behind. It doesn't have to be negatively, but you're just going to be leaving it behind, and it has to happen. Alrighty. I'm supposed to talk about congratulations. So there's congratulations, and I'm seeing a stork. So congratulations, when I see a stork, it usually means new baby. Alrighty. Not necessarily for you, so don't pass out. But if it is for you, congratulations. But they could be well sort of linking into yourself, to your immediate family, or to somebody directly around you who they want to say congratulations to. I'm hearing the name Joseph, like that, Joseph. So Joseph, like that. It's coming in like that to me. So I'm going to share that with you. The name. When I hear names, don't automatically assume this person is crossed. Names mean who they are, who they are, who they're with. Please say hi to. Don't automatically assume this person is crossed. So I'm going to give you the first card of the night, because I always give the number that's come through, and the first number was 8. So let's go through with that. 8 and 4. Amanda said you got 2 numbers, 8 and 4. So that could well be the 4th of August, or the 8th month being August, and the 4th month being May. But I'm getting the numbers 8 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So Judy, the first card that comes through for you is this. Okay. Now, everybody who's reading this tonight, just be aware that the show is being recorded, and if you miss anything, you can always get back. I'm just trying to get the camera to. There we go. You can always go back. So we're at 20:54 p.m. So Judy, play. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you can return to work with a renewed perspective and a heightened energy. What a cool card. So Judy, thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you for being the very first person out of the gate. Appreciate it. Pam Dite, welcome to the show. I see the number 44 every day, sometimes several times a day. That very often is their way of trying to get your attention, a repeat of something specific. In your case, the number 44. So think of maybe the 4th of May. Okay, it can't be a month, so because there aren't 44 months, but it can be the 4th of the 4th. Alrighty. So, but the number 44 will be a reason. Very often, something like that will relate to like a number of a house. Okay. But thank you, Pam A, for being here, and thank you for sharing. Appreciate it very much. Megan says, Paul, can you see my comments? Yes, I can now, Megan. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Phil Tao says, Paul, I've seen our rose hanging in midair. It's amazing what spirits can do if they really want you to notice. Yes, I have. My teacher showed me 2 flowers that she had pressed into a book, and she said I was in the middle of working and he just dropped out of nowhere, literally out of nothing. So she had them pressed into a book. So yes, Phil, my teacher, I've never seen it myself, doesn't mean they don't exist, but my teacher showed me 2 flowers that she had put in a book, and she said they dropped out of nowhere. Myself, I saw a butterfly just manifest out of nothing, out of an empty corner. It wasn't there before, and it literally just flew between me and the person I was reading. And it happened to be that person that I was doing the read for had a tattoo of a butterfly done on their hip. So in relation to the person who was coming through, mind blowing. Marilyn, hello, Marilyn. I'm going to say just Marilyn. I'm going to call you by your first name, Marilyn. Hi, welcome to the show. Dawn says, let me just bring Dawn's message up here so I can see it. Dawn, don't hear a voice in my head as such, but out of the blue, and I'll have a sudden thought telling me to something I need to do, or something I need to contact, someone I need to contact. When I do it, it turns out it was right. Okay, and that's fantastic. The different people receive information in different ways. That's why I've always stated that there are no 2 mediums that work the same, because your way will be your way, and that's the right way. Don't let anybody try and change that. Don't let them tell you different. I knew my teacher was the right teacher for me when she said, I will teach you everything you need to know and everything I have to teach you. However, everything I teach you won't necessarily fit for you. And I knew that was the right teacher, because she wasn't going to force onto me how I should work. She was going to give me all of the tools and allow me to grow from there. And that's how it should be. Katie Ling, welcome to the show, Katie. Thank you very much for being here, and hi to you too. So Dawn says, so needed for them to do, and so needed for them or myself. I believe it's my angels guiding me. What do you think? 100% correct, Dawn. 100% correct. But don't be afraid to challenge. Don't be afraid to challenge them. Okay. I challenged my guides, and I said to my guide, right, listen, thank you, number one, for being here. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for bringing me down the paths and showing me what I should and shouldn't be doing. But I just want to see something physical. I want to see something to show me you are really here. Within 48 hours, I had physical evidence of her being around me. And that physical evidence is now the front page of my second book, called the Little Book of Quick Wisdom. The front page is, I happened to be walking at a market, and I looked down on the ground, and then this painting was leaning against a stall, and I looked at it and I went, oh my God, I can't believe this. And my wife said, what do you mean? You can't? What? I said, look at that painting. She goes, and I said, that's Shan. That's exactly how I met her. I mean, literally exactly how I met her. Literally word for word in pictorial form. She said, well, get the painting. I said, all right. So I went to the gentleman. I said, hey, sir, how much for the painting? He said, what painting? I said, this painting down here. He said, what painting are you talking about? So I picked it up and went, this. He said, I didn't even know that was there. Guys, I promise you with my hand over my heart, that's the God's truth. He said, I didn't even know that was there. So I gave him some money and I took the painting home. A copy of that painting is now on the front page, sort of the front cover of the Little Book of Quick Wisdom. And that is the painting that showed up. So Dawn, don't be afraid to challenge them. It's an amazing thing. Karen says, wonderful reading. Do you have anyone coming through for me, Paul? Karen, try and build up the energy around yourself. Ask questions and let that energy build. Okay. And if they link it with me, I promise you, my darling, I will share it with you. I promise you. Judy George says, wow, thank you so very much. Judy, you're welcome. You're very, very welcome. Katie says, I've been seeing 333 today. Well, that is a very angelic number. It is an extremely lucky and angelic number, because the goodness works in the power of 3. Okay. And the power of 3 is forever building. Okay. The triangle. So, Katie, I would say to you that, first of all, as I've just brought your message onto my main screen, I've been seeing the power, I've seen the number 333. As I look at this, I'm being drawn to somebody being engaged. Okay, so I'm being drawn to a congratulations, and I'm seeing an engagement ring. Okay, so I'm going to give you the information. That's exactly how I'm getting it. I'm not going to push it, pull it, twist it, or try and put it in your family life, but I'm going to share that with you. The second thing that I'm supposed to talk to you about, Katie, is art. Return to art, return to drawing, return to painting, something to do with art that I'm supposed to share with you and talk about that. I'm hearing the name Tony Thomas Terry. There's a strong T name to be shouted to you right now, and I'm hearing it shouted. Someone crosses over Katie really, really quickly. I get a feeling, I refer to it as a 1, 2, 3 crossing. They're here 1 minute, they're there the next. I'm getting an extreme pressure around my left lung, going right to my back. So this is either a lung-related issue or a heart-related issue, or an anxiety, something that's affecting my left side in a very powerful way. But I'm supposed to talk to you as well as being, oh my God, I never believed in this. Okay, so they're showing me symbolisms to say they did not believe in an afterlife. They did not believe that there was someone else to go to. They're taking to make something chronic. Well, they are usually the first out of the gate. You go, my God, I can't believe I'm coming to you. I can't believe I'm talking to you, and I did not believe in this. But was I ever proven wrong? So this gentleman's coming through to me as being over you. So it's an older brother, father, grandfather figure, but an older male, could be an uncle, wants to draw my attention. But remember, he crosses over really, really quickly. So I don't feel, although that being said, now, as I'm letting the energy sort of come closer to me, this gentleman would have been warned about his health, but not necessarily did everything he should have to take care of himself. Okay, he was warned that, listen, you need to slow down a wee bit. You need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing that. Do a little bit more exercise. Take more rest on board. And he kind of like, but yeah, whatever. Boom, powered on through. But when he crosses over, there is a shock feeling about this. Okay. But I'm supposed to talk to you about him meeting up with either his father or his brother. Okay. But the two males come together. I'm getting a pull over to the left-hand side, Katie, and I'm hearing the name Molly, Mary, like an M-Y name. Sounds like Molly, Mary, that kind of a name being shouted, but I'm getting a pink line, which means to me maternal connection. Okay, so there's a mother, grandmother figure on the other side of life who wants me to acknowledge as being around you. I'm getting a stroke on my face right now, like that, which means to me you act or look like them. Okay, so when they do that, that means same as me. So you either act like them or you look like them, but they're doing that for me to draw my attention. Pointing at her watch, which means either you have her literally got her timepiece, her watch, or she's just telling me it was just my time. That's all. Hey, it was just my time, and I'm happy. Right, I'm seeing a sort of a figure shape, so head, shoulders, torso, legs, and then I see dots appear on it like that. And when I see this, what I'm sharing with you guys, so head, shoulders and arms, torso and legs, and then I see dots appear like that over it. It means to be multiple or body shutting down. So multiples of reasons why this person crosses over, but not necessarily really saying, I passed because of that thing. The body literally shuts down. Katie, there's a trip coming up around you that they say has to be taken. Okay, it feels to me, I feel like I'm walking on common ground. So what that means to me, either you're going home, wherever home is, or you're going back to visit somebody at home or a place where you would have spent a lot of time as a younger person. But it has to happen. Okay, whatever this trip coming up, don't put it off. Oh, don't I the words I heard were don't put it off again. Okay. All right. Seven. The number seven comes up really, really quickly. So July is significant. The seventh of a month is significant, but I'm going to give you the seventh card. First of all, keep looking out for that 333. It's significant. Okay. It's an angelic number. I keep getting told over and over and over it's a connection from the angels, right? So a bit later on after the show tonight, go to Google, type in angel numbers 333 and have a look at the messages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then number 7. There we go. Seven happens to be my lucky number. Wow, you're going to love this. So, Katie, life purpose. Check out the photograph or the picture. Again, I'm going to bring it until the camera gets. Oh, there you go. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings you great joy to yourself and to others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. So I'll just read that for you again. I'll hold that up for you again, Katie. We're at 6 minutes past 9. So if you need to rewind later on and see that card again, you'll be able to rewind and then figure it out. Wow, hope that helps you out. Let's go back into the chat room. Jane Lentino. It says, I'm sitting here listening and I'm suddenly overcome with emotion. Oh, Jane, hey, listen, it's very likely that a loved one is around you, okay? It's very, very likely that you're interacting with an energy around who wants you to let you know that it's a mom, it's a mother figure. As soon as I brought your name and that beautiful J up onto the screen, I got a pink line. So it's a connection to mom's side of the family, mother, grandmother figure. This person wouldn't have been very tall, but woe betide you cross her. Okay, if anybody decided that they were going to pick on her babies or grandbabies, you just as well go up against, a gorilla. She would have literally wiped the floor with you. But her heart was pure. Heart was lovely. I'm getting the letter P connection here, like mine. So Paul, Pat, Pete, Paula. Um, it's important I have to share this over and over and over because everybody automatically goes, oh, who do I know with the P who's passed? Not necessarily so. To me, my frame of reference, it means who they are, who's with them, or they want to say hi to here. So who they are, who they're with, please say hello to. So there's a strong, very poignant P, like Paul, Pat, Pete, Patricia, that kind of a name. They're telling me to talk about the 11th as being significant. So November is significant, or the 11th of a month is significant. And they tell me we just come past a birthday and anniversary, literally, because I feel the birthday and anniversary, we have come past a birthday and anniversary. So it's either the beginning of the month or the end of December, or December, of course. They tell me that December has got the power of the number 3 connected to it. So the 3rd of December is significant, or they want me to talk about 3 connections to December other than Christmas. Okay. Oh, right. I'm supposed to tease you about driving. Either your driving skills need to be kind of, shall we say, sharpened, or I'm supposed to tease you about driving in some particular way. It could well be a memory connection. And there's a strong Arthur, Alan, Andy, the strong A name to be acknowledged as well. Okay, somebody crosses over with the big C. From diagnosis to crossing wasn't very long. Because gotcha. I keep getting this feeling of the towel was thrown in. They threw in the towel once they knew that literally it would be a kind of like treatment just for pain, and it would never be gotten rid of. They just kind of, oh, do you know what, throw the towel in. So they're telling me to say, you know what, I just didn't want to be, hanging out here for too long, going through a lot of pain and pressure, not for them, but for everybody else. Okay. And somebody was acknowledged. I'm being told to talk about being acknowledged. It's like they're holding, like the Golden Globe to me. They're holding as being acknowledged. So they want to acknowledge that someone is being acknowledged. So they can see them in the spotlight, Golden Globes, Oscars, that kind of being acknowledged concept, Jane. I've got to bring that to you. Right. They want me to talk about 2 people's birthday and anniversaries being around at the same time. So, and the way I explain that is, if someone, for an example, their birthday was on the 2nd of January, and someone had, say, 2nd of January, 1964, but someone crosses on the 5th of January, 2000, their birthday and anniversary will still be around the same time. Do you understand? So even though someone crosses their anniversary, it'll be the 5th of January, 2000, 3 days before that, on the 2nd of January, was somebody else's birthday. But I'm talking about a birthday and anniversary being in and around the same time. They show me flags now, so somebody crosses over or connected to like a significant date, like Independence Day, or 4th of July, or whatever Independence Day, obviously that is. But when I see flags, I mean significant date. 11. Okay, gotcha. So Jane, for you, I'm going to give you the 11th card. He says, shuffling the cards again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th card. So Jane Lentino, wow, okay. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this card. New partner. Well, ho ho ho. But look at the card. The beautiful angel with a winged horse. The message is a chance meeting is no mistake. It's divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to the new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean romantic. They can come into your life to show you a pathway to getting to what you needed. So it's amazing. I love all stuff like that. So Jane, hopefully that helps you out. Sorry, my darling pal Sue is saying that's incredible. Not really, but thank you. Um, Mary Jane Barber says, I'll just bring it up on screen because I found that easy. I was asking what I was asking what I do this year with my pathway, as I have a few things in my mind what I should do besides Heartlands and my readings. My art was just wondering. Mary, listen, you have such a beautiful heart. You've got such an amazing soul. Okay, but what you don't do is you don't trust your own instincts. You need to. You listen too much to what other people tell you what you should do, and rather going, you know what, I'm going to go and do this. I really, really feel a pull to Earth, Mother Earth for you. Okay, I can't remember. I know, I can't remember if you're Wiccan based anyway, but it really feels kind of Wiccan to me. So it's more of a learning about the earth and the magic around being. I can see you being in like woodlands in a beautiful wooded area, and I can see like bluebells. I'm seeing a little stream down at the bottom, but I kind of feel you. I feel that you walk along and you're kind of touching the trees like this. So it's more, got it. Or dull. Sean has just shouted at me, Paul, you idiot. She needs grounding. Got it. Got it. I was wondering why she's walking along touching the trees. But I kind of get this little house in the prairie kind of a feel about this. But it really is more of a grounding yourself. So, go and spend some time out near the coast in the woodland where you can have some time just by yourself and grounding yourself and allowing yourself to feel the energies flowing through you. There's a little bit of balancing need to come into play. So letting go of the past, clearing away negative thoughts and negative energies and what other people think about you. It doesn't, what people think about you should never come into play. It's what you think about you that's important, Mary. Okay. Like I said, I know you're a beautiful soul. So trust that alone and you will be fine. Okay. Let me give you the top card. Wow. The very first thing I said to you was woodland, didn't I? Look at that. Look at the that angel and musical notes. If you remember, because you've been following me for quite some time, musical notes mean to me prayer. That's what that means to me. Perfect timing. You ask a question, Mary, you get an answer. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. Well, Mary J. Barber, you ask, so shall you receive. Stella says, love that picture. It's amazing. Thank you, Stella. Alison Turnbull says to me, I'm always seeing 1111 and I always make a wish. Good, good. You're attracting that energy to you, Alison. The very fact that you give off that you know that this is going to be a wishful and positive thing, that means the energy you give off, you attract. Okay. June is going to be significant for you, Alison. Okay. I'm actually seeing the month of June or the name June. Remember that. I don't know whether you've either yourself or somebody directly connected to you has lost a small dog, but I'm being told to talk about We have the dog. So I'm going to bring Alison up on the screen. And they're telling me to say, we have the dog. We have the dog. So it feels something not too dissimilar to either Jack Russell, maybe a little bit bigger, I don't know. But it's not like, it's not a huge dog, but it feels all happy and chirpy. I kind of get the feeling that this dog had a long years here, and he or she was ill as it comes to the end of its life, of its long life. So it maybe was helped to cross over. I don't know, but I'm getting it being really, really happy now. There's a strong name like Daniel, David, Darren. I know it's like a strong D name I'm supposed to talk about here, Alison. Um, I'm getting a gentleman step forward here, but he stands back as I try and bring him in. It would mean that when that action means to me estranged, or maybe not necessarily, or being apart for quite some time in your life. Okay, so for an example, if this was a father figure or a grandfather figure, he steps back to say, I wasn't a major part of her life, and we were estranged, or I was away a lot. I don't know, but that action usually means to me estranged or distant. It's important to let you know that they're around you and watching over you and taking care of you. But I'm also supposed to say to you, Alison, be on top of, it's either the window or the window, opening something to do with the window. I'm being told to say, be on top of that, get it sorted. Something about the window. I don't know what's actually the window that you open out itself or the window frame, but there's something about the window. I'm supposed to say, be on top of the window, because I'm being told, said I would bring my tools out for this. Okay. Marie, and a strong MA name like Mary, Marie, Martha, is being shouted in the background too. And someone crosses over with what I would refer to as an old style illness, um, you know, like TB or something like that. An old style illness is they're tuberculosis or asbestos causing something that they can't get their, they can't breathe properly. But that is, it's supposed to bring that up and talk about that. I keep wanting to zoom up to London. Okay, I'm in the southwest, so that's why I feel like I need to zoom up, because I'm in the southwest. But London's significant here. I'm supposed to draw my attention to that for you, Alison, as well. Okay. I don't. I'm going. Hey, as at the beginning of the show, I said you need to literally understand that it's not my information. So I gotta give it to you as I hear, see, or feel it. And the words that I'm hearing are, Alison, start to learn to trust again. Okay. It's one thing being defensive, but you can also be defensive and block away stuff that was meant for you. Okay. So I heard the word saying, hey, start to learn to trust again. Remember I've said that. March is significant, or the third of a month, because I've seen the number 3 come out just as I delivered that little bit of the information. So I'll give you the third card. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3 different languages there. Did you hear that? 1, 2, 3. Wow. There you go, Alison. First of all, I always like to show the now, as I feel this card, I feel get your dancing shoes on. Literally. Creativity project, or creative project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to use artistry and creativity in your life and create. He's just trying to get that back into focus again. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites your passions towards life. How cool is that? That is so cool. Alison, I do hope that helps you. Well done. Katie Ealing says, wow, I've been thinking about doing spiritual art there. You are, Katie. You got your message. If a person doesn't have a religious funeral, will it compromise them in the next life? No, it won't. Um, First of all, Sue, what a great question. I'll just bring that up on the screen so everybody can see it. So, just before we go any further, I want to say we're coming to you live on the United Public Radio Network, UPRN.com. And we're live with you tonight on 105.3 and 107.7 FM, coming to you from the beautiful New Orleans. Sue Vinicum has said, if a person doesn't have a religious funeral, will it compromise them in the next life? No, it won't. Okay, let me just explain several different reasons why. I'll quickly just bounce on them. Great question, by the way. First and foremost, great question. Right, so if a person, for an example, like that gentleman who is the actor who is lost in the mountains, who's been away there now, and say he's I mean, we all hope and pray that he gets found, and I do hope he is. But for an example, say someone, not necessarily that actor, but say someone is away walking and they fall into a ravine and they're never found again. Does that mean that they didn't get a funeral and therefore can't get into heaven? Not the case. And secondly, so basically, you don't necessarily have to have, if your heart and soul is connected to the one energy, that's all that's needed. Secondly of all, what about all the different religions? What about all the different types of religion? Then you have, like for example, the Native American or the Aboriginal. Then you have others, which is not a religion, such as Buddhism, Zen, all of that. So what I'm saying is there isn't a particular, there is in individual belief systems. My belief system, I call myself a recovering Catholic, in that I kind of let go of the doctrine and believe that the unity of the energy with the Great Spirit. That's what my belief is. So I have a combination of different ones. My combination is the connection of the earth and the Great Spirits through the Native American, the combination of being at one with the Great Spirit with the Zen Buddhism. I kind of pull from the best of everything, and I believe in my heart of hearts, and because of my own NDEs, that I didn't see any particular religion on the other side of life. So therefore, so does it stop them crossing over to the other side of life and being met and greeted and brought into the fold? No, they are met and greeted and brought into the fold. There is other areas which I may talk about in future shows because they can be quite painful. But one of the questions that I was asked, no, it won't compromise that show. One of the questions I was asked is, right, let me get this right. So you're trying to tell me, I was doing a live show, by the way, I was on stage, and I always used to give my audiences the opportunity to ask questions, and that would usually be at the start of the show, at the start of the second half of the show, and at the end of the show. And I remember this very, very clearly. One said to me, let me get this right. You're trying to tell me that when Hitler died, he went to the same place as everybody else. And I said, I know what you're saying. Okay, you should say that Hitler was going to hell, and that's the high and the low of it. I will say this to you: karma, all karma has to be met and settled. Okay, so be careful what you do here on the earth plane. Be careful what you do to, for example, karma has different ways of playing out. Positive karma created positively will always bring good things. But if you go out of your way to hurt somebody, go out of your, just literally just to cause grief, that karma has to be met. Just remember that. And it's got nothing to do with religion. Okay. Karen says, great, brilliant reading, very informative. Thank you so very much. Katie says that's her son's birthday month as well. There we go. Marilyn Hay Pentleman would love a reading possible. If I'm drawn to you, Marilyn, I promise you I will bring something to you. Roseanne Cook says my dad was Pat. Um, Getting lots of loves, lovely, wonderfuls. Thank you. I appreciate you guys saying that, by the way. Okay, keep on going. Amazing reading, says Liz. Thank you so very kindly. Taylor Page Hoskins says, I would love a card reading. Love a reading, please. So all of you lovely people who've joined me, for an example, just now, thank you very much for taking the time out of your life to come and join me. If you want to get a reading, you really kind of need to build the energy up around you and ask a particular question. Okay, so draw the energy in, build the energy up around you, ask a question, and that'll help me link in with energies around me and come to you. Don't worry if I haven't come to you tonight in relation to doing a particular reading. I'm a big believer in those who get a reading need to get a reading. Okay, but I will be doing some cards just before the end of the show, so don't go anywhere. But please, please, please share the show. Paul Carson, hi Paul, from Lurgan. Anything about coming through about a house? Not at the minute, Paul. To be truthful with you, I don't feel anything in relation to that until spring. Okay, I feel like I'm seeing lighter weather, butterflies, birds. So I'm getting more of a spring feeling about that. I don't know if that's the right thing that you wanted to hear, but I feel that change is definitely coming. But I feel it's springtime around there when the good things are going to happen as well. And Paul, I'm supposed to talk about going back to the farm, whatever that means. All right, going back to the farm is significant here. It's a lead into the change. So hopefully that helps you out. Mary says, one blessing sounds great. That number I get all the time. Thank you for the reading. Took notes. Cheers. You're welcome, my darling. As always, welcome. All right, there's the December connection. Okay. Paul, just hi, Paul. Just join. Is there anything for me, please? Love reading. Dawn says, Alison, first of all, says thank you, very spot on. Alison, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, I'll just bring Dawn's up here. Started to try and use tarot cards recently. Not entirely sure what I'm doing. Do we all? But the cards do literally jump out of the deck when I shuffle them and ask questions. Are angel cards better to use? Angel cards are better for me to use, Dawn. I was never drawn to, and I will never use tarot because I have no connection to it. I was never. I'm not saying they're wrong. They just don't work for me. I wasn't sure I was going to use cards at all until literally people started buying me gifts, and they happened to be angel cards. So I went, clearly they're trying to get my attention. So I started using different types of angel cards, and I realized, oh my God, they're not. I don't use the cards as the read. I use the cards to support the read. If you notice, as I've read tonight, I've read first and then produced the card which backs up the reading. So basically, I read, I present the information, and then I do a number, I do a card, and that card seems to support the initial read. So I do it as a backup, really, rather than a read from the cards per se. Liz says, oh no, my hubby last minute wanted a direct cremation. I know for a fact that he's firmly went to heaven. There's no doubts about that whatsoever. Vanessa May says, sorry, been working. Vanessa, don't ever be sorry. The fact you took the time out of your life to be here, I appreciate very much. Mary says, I believe it's a conscious level of where you are when you go over. I'm not too sure what you've just written there to be aware of, but thank you for sharing. Holly Booter, Holly's mom. A strange dream last night. Both my parents were with me. Vanessa Mel, I would say that is what I'd refer to as a visitation rather than a dream. Try and think back on the dream and think back what they were trying to bring to you. Okay. I agree with the 7 principles of spiritualism. I'd be interested to hear what they are. Would love a reading on what's going to happen in the next few weeks, Liz? Okay, I'm going to bring Lizzie in here because what Liz just sort of brought up is it's important. Okay, because Lizzie said would love a reading on what's going to happen in the next few weeks. Right. I'm not a big believer in predictive reading. Okay, so in other words, when somebody's reached down, oh, be aware of this, oh, be aware of that, and oh, be aware of the other. Now, what I believe is when they're saying, oh, be aware of this, that, and the other, they're literally sowing the seed of what you're going to be looking for. So if I was to say to you, Lizzie, hey, Lizzie, listen, be on the lookout for this. I guarantee you're going to find that, and you're going to think I'm the best thing since sliced bread. All I've done is placed a seed in your mind of thought, and you're going to follow that through because you heard it from me. Okay, what's going to happen to you over the next few weeks, my sweetheart, is going to be down to you. Okay, we have a thing in our life. We were born with it all. Everybody was born with free will. Now, I also teach, and I'm a strong believer in the power of attraction or the law of attraction. So if you want great things to happen to you, then keep your mind focused only on great things. Okay. If you want something specific to happen, then make it happen. Okay. But I can't tell you this, Liz. Only good things are going to come your way. There's a couple of speed bumps, like everybody's lives. Okay. There's a couple of speed bumps, but I believe you're being slightly overcautious. A little bit of a oh, if it's good, it mustn't be for me. You need to get rid of that. If it's good, it's because you are and you deserve good things. Remember that. Do what I do. I go out every night, stare at the stars, and I stare to the universe. Do you know what? I do what I can for people. I'm a good person and I deserve great things. And don't compromise on that. Try it. What have you guys got to lose? Not just Lizzie, but everybody. What have you got to lose? Go out, stare at the stars, look into the universe, and say, I am a good person. And I do what I can for people. I deserve great things. And don't compromise. Don't at the back of your mind start saying, I deserve great things, but I know I'm not going to get them. Then you've just literally shut yourself down to receiving great things. And the level of great things will also be down to you. Okay. If you're open to receiving the ultimate great things, then you'll get them. Okay. But Lizzie, I do know great things are going to happen. I do know that they're coming soon. They're going to come before summer. Okay. There's a few speed bumps to be dealing with, but that's just life. That's all it is. But whilst you're completely and utterly convincing yourself things are not going to work out, guess what's going to happen? They won't, because you're too focused on them failing. Get rid of that. Get it out the window. Throw it. Write it down on a piece of paper and burn it. And do what I told you. Go out, look at the moon, look at the stars, and say, I deserve great things. And don't think or don't compromise on that. And I promise you, great things will happen. Amy Mitchell says, I feel I have a spiritual block. By the way, Amy, welcome to the show. I feel I have a spiritual block. Any tips on how to be more open? And does anyone have any messages from me? Well, let's have a look at what we got for you. First of all, what a great question. When you ask questions like that, not just Amy Mitchell, but everybody else you ask, when you're asking questions, creating energy, and you're helping everybody else who's listening to the show and who's watching the show. So, Amy, I feel like I have a spiritual block. Any tips on how to be more open? Yes. Believe in yourself. Okay. Believe in your own abilities. Believe that you are a great person, because you are. You are a fantastic person. Spiritual blocks don't necessarily mean exactly what you've written. In other words, you kind of walk into a no way out scenario. That's not the case. Can often mean a change is about to come up around you. I have a thing that I've taught all my students in. We refer to it as a change of guard. You may wake up one morning thinking, "Oh my God, it's all gone. I can't make any. What the hell's going on? I feel disconnected. I feel no longer connected to anything or anybody or any spiritual connection." And what has happened is all of the guides that were with you have literally got you to the place where they needed to get you. So they leave you, and a new set of guides come in to start you off again. And you can very often feel like there's a spiritual block there. So I kind of get the feeling that's what's going on around you right now. It's a change of guard. So don't be surprised that doors don't begin to open for you. Okay. Exciting stuff as well. Maybe a little bit moving down the route of getting involved with paranormal investigations, something along those lines, something that has fun element to it is coming into play here as well. Also, I see mauves and pinks and purples, very angelic colors. Okay, so I don't know if there's an artistical concept going on here, that it could be either to do with paints and pencils or even jewelry, but there's something to do with those colors and has got an angelic feel to it. But I kind of get the strong feeling of there's a wee bit of a change of guard going on around you. Hopefully that helps you out. Let's have a wee card for you. Okay. Right. Wow. Wow. Amy, what an amazing card. First of all, I said pinks and purples. Check that out. Look at that angel. And here's the message. Okay. He says, trying to get the camera. There we go. First of all, be honest with yourself. Look into your heart and you will know the truth in the situation. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support you and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they will come to you upon angels' wings. How cool is that? Right, ladies and gentlemen of the world, first of all, let me just say to you guys, thank you very, very much. I have gone overtime. I'm supposed to be on here an hour and a half. Gone a little bit more, but hey. Paul says the farm doesn't mean anything. Hey, Paul, I know you kind of wanted me to say something specific, but the farm had something to do with it. Remember, I've said that, okay? Lucy Emma Reynolds says, hi, I'm new here. Well, Lucy, thank you for being new here. I'm sorry you come in kind of toward the end of the show, but I'm going to be doing cards for everybody right now. So you kind of come in at the right time, but a bit late in the show as well. For everybody else who's just joined us and for everybody else who's been listening all night long, you've been listening to me on 107.7 and 105.3 FM, coming to you live in New Orleans with United Public Radio Network. I will be back this coming Thursday night. So for us here in the UK, yes, it's going to be late, 11 p.m. for everybody here in the United Kingdom. That's Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. But for all of you lovely people in the United States, it'll be 6 p.m. Eastern. So 6 p.m. Eastern, and that'll be 7 p.m. in some parts of the United States as well. So come and join me this coming Thursday night, and where the topic of discussion will be NDE, near-death experience. So, Lucy, first of all, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. This show here, which is Reach Across Live, will be back on next Monday night at 8 p.m. again. I have a great dear friend of mine who will be coming up Wednesday night with Latino Psychic Visions. Look out for that, Roger and Faye. And they will be back on Saturday with This Mug's for You. Myself, I'll be here Thursday night with Spirit Quest. Look out for that. And then I will be back the following Monday as well. Dawn says, thanks. I was showing them things changed and they've been done. Lovely to see. We've got another idiot who's well, we've got people who are trying to jump in here and trying to do reads off of back of other people, which they shouldn't do, really. Why do people do that? Why can't they just literally go and, go and create your way forward? Waleem, which I'm pretty confident you aren't, Waleem. You're probably an idiot who is just trying to rip people off. Don't do that. because karma will come and get you, and it will kick your ass so hard you will not know whether it's Tuesday or Monday. So okay, another one, another idiot. I'll tell you what, they're coming out of the woodwork now as we're coming to the show. Sir with Ancestors Williams. I mean, there you go. That name's enough to make you want to barf in it. Absolutely brilliant show, says Karen W. Karen, please come back again. Taylor, please come back again. Everybody come back again. However, listen, at the end of the day, I'm not going just yet. Hang around. Donna Mayers, I will join you. I was listening to the show, but wouldn't let me. Oh, Donna, I know. For some reason, Facebook is playing up something chronic. So if you guys if you're still watching me on Facebook and you can't comment, zip across to YouTube. From here on forth, ladies and gentlemen, start following me on YouTube, because clearly Facebook is just being an absolute pain in the rear. And if anybody comes on this show and says, "Oh, I've got to inbox me, I've got a private reading for you," they are not associated with me. They are likely scammers. So do not go onto their pages, because they're probably going to link in and sneak in the back door and get your information. Do not give them money. I have not acknowledged and do it. I will not. I will not share anybody with you who have not deemed fit enough to read for you. Okay, remember that. Okay, these scammers are annoying, aren't they, Tara? Alrighty, so here we go. What we're going to do is, I've got a few people laughing on what I call these people. Okay, so I'm going to do some cards. Rianne Matthews just says, "Hi, I'm new here." Rianne, you come in. Well, actually, you kind of come in at a good time, but you come in at a bad time as well, because I'm literally just coming to the end of the show. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Kathy Little says, "Hi, Kathy. Welcome." Lizzie Elling says, "Can I have a card, please?" I'm literally about to do that. So you guys hang on for a second, and just have what I'm going to do in a second. I'm going to teach you what to do. Okay, so let me do the cards first. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, right. I have done 3 cards. Now, before you go, "Oh, I'm going to have card number whatever," don't. Okay, don't jump just yet. Alrighty. What I want you guys to do is this. I want you to just relax. Okay, close your eyes. Just let go. Just relax. Serene, I've seen it all before. Okay. Relax, let go, and start imagining that you're looking at the stars. Okay. So see that purple, black, dark blues, and the sparkling of the stars. Just let your mind go. Let your mind drift up and away. And just think about the stars. Maybe glance at the moon. Okay. And in a moment, I want you to think about something you'd really like to know about. Alrighty? And then a number will come to you. Don't force it. Just let it come to you. It'll be a number 1, 2, or 3. Okay? Don't go, "Oh, I'm going to go with that," and guess it. Just let it come to you. Okay? So let the number come to you. And then when you feel that you've been given the number, just put it up on the screen. So when you're ready, come up. So Karen, it can't be 5. It's 1, 2, or 3. It came to me straight away. 5. That's all right, because there's only 3 cards. So Karen, try it again. Is it 1, 2, or 3? Can't be 5, my darling. Karen, what will you? You might have seen 3 because it looks like a 5, doesn't it? Or 2. Yeah, it looks like a 5 too as well. But anyway, be drawn to it, my darling. Be drawn to it. Okay. Great responses here, by the way, tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I genuinely appreciate it. I will keep doing these shows as long as you guys keep sharing them. Alrighty? The more you share the shows, the more I will do them. Okay? So, what I've basically brought you to do tonight is I didn't want to influence you. So what I wanted to do was take your mind away from the cards, take your mind away from the number of cards, and put it in a place where you're kind of open. All right. And when the energies of the universe are second to none, they're amazing. They're so powerful. So I allowed sort of let your energy flow up. Okay. And then let the number of the card drift to you based upon what information you wanted to know. So what I was trying to create for you there, although we did it really, really fast, I mean, normally I would slow things down and bring it to a far more in-depth connection. But what I want to do tonight was allow you to connect directly to the angelic realm and let them answer your question for you. So Karen says, yeah, 2 is 5 backwards. There you go. Vanessa goes, I got 21. Oh, Vanessa, work. I just can't take you out anywhere. So Rianne's got number 3. That's cool. I'm being drawn to 2, says Donna. Yeah. Rianne says, I will share to my groups for you. Bless you. That's excellent. I really appreciate you doing that. Thank you so very much. Mary says, I had 1, 2, then 3. Okay, so basically you want to get greedy, Mary, and have the number of each. So here we go. The first card tonight. If you chose card number 1, or you felt that you were drawn to card number 1, you're going to find this kind of amazing. It's time to go. Look at that. So look at the angel. The angel is running with a torch in front of him. Time to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the card to focus so you can. There we go. The sun sets and rises every day, and it's at the same time with avenues in your life. It's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset of your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely a start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase of this cycle. Okay, so once again, if you choose card number 1, time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset of your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are all with you through each phase of this cycle. How amazing is that card? That's so cool. Sunsets, endings are just the beginning of a new cycle in your life. How cool is that? So if you were drawn to card number 2, then you've got innocence in your life. Look at that beautiful angel carrying that little baby. Alrighty. And just to get the camera to focus, there we go. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, and no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. So if you chose card number 2, once again, let me read that for you again. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt and anger or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. That is such a cool card. That was what I was saying to a read earlier on. Let go of the negatives. Let go of the past. Open your mind and your hearts up to the greatness that's coming to you on tomorrow. Tomorrow is the beginning of another fantastic day. Finally, card number 3. Card number 3. Wow. If you choose card number 3, Katie, if you choose card number 3, you're going to love this card. Check that out. See only love. So if you choose card number 3, look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. One more time. If you choose card number 3, see only love. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. Wow, what an amazing show tonight. What an absolutely amazing show. Thank you. You guys made it. Not me, you. Okay? Your energy, your thought, your feelings, your love, your strengths, your ability to be open to learning. That's what it's all about. Okay? Me, I'm learning every single day. I'm learning every single day. I'm open to learning new things. What I thought was maybe one thing, I can be taught the following day it's something completely different, and I'm open to that. I can't wait to learn. I can't wait for tomorrow. Take the time out every day. I'm talking to each and every single one of you. Take the time out every single day just for you. Never mind everybody else. Switch off your cell phones, your mobile phones, switch off your house phones. Take it very least 15 minutes a day just for you. Communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life. What does that mean? Communicate, appreciate, and validate everyone in your life. All the people that are important to you. Tell them, communicate, appreciate that they're in your life and you have them here and now. And validate that by letting them know just how much you feel about them. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being here. When I say to you guys have a night time, thank you for being here. I really, really mean it. Thank you for taking the time out of your life to watch my show. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you. If you want to be a part of the mini shows, of the mini series, and if you want to be on the seminars, then take a wee zip across to my website, www.paulfrancis111.com. And I'll be doing some mini seminars towards the end of the year where you'll be able to get to meet your own guides, gatekeepers, sacred place, and a few other bits and pieces, stuff that you'll find absolutely mind-blowing. Okay? It'll just enhance your life in more ways than you could possibly imagine. Alrighty? Once again, I'll be back on Thursday night. I'll be here at 11 o'clock our time. That's UK GMT time. But if you're in the United States, it'll be 6 p.m. drive time in the United States. And we'll be back with my show, Spirit Quest, The Journey of Life. And the topic of that show will be NDEs, near-death experiences. Come and join me this coming Thursday night. But don't forget, in between tonight and then, you have my dear friend Roger. And Roger and his lovely wife Faye will be Latino Psychic Visions. And it's around about 7 p.m. Eastern, something like that. And that's on Wednesday night. And again, Roger will be back on Saturday with This Mug's for You, which is around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday for us. But in between now and then, thank you very much for everything. Thank you for bringing that wonderful energy here tonight, that inquisitive energy. And thank you for sharing the show. Please continue to do so. And until I see you again, don't forget, like I said, communicate, appreciate, and validate. And if you want to, literally, if you want to honor those who have crossed over, then be the best you can be here and now. Good night. God bless.